Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I've got a pair of TBone MB75s, which I think bear more than just a little striking resemblance to the classic Shure SM57. Now, I did a shootout about a year or two ago with those Pile Pro mics that looked an awful lot like 57s, but unfortunately didn't sound anything like them. These go for roughly $30 US, I think about 26 euros, something like that. And Thomann ships to the US for fairly cheap and give you a 30 kilo limit, which means you could probably throw one of those awesome Harley Benton 2x12s into one of your packages as well. We're gonna shoot this out on guitar and snare, two of my favorite candidates for an SM57, and just see what happens. Look at this. They throw in a mic cable, so that's pretty cool. Actually looks like a somewhat decent connector. Something a little different from what I'm used to seeing, but the cable's actually got a pretty good heft to it. And the mic itself, let's take a look here, see if I can get a little punch on that. MB75 looks an awful lot like 57. We're gonna find out and see what it sounds like. And if I put the two together, they're nearly identical. There's just a slight bit of difference in coloring, especially on the grill itself. So we'll take a look here in a minute, and we're gonna shoot this out on metal guitar and see what we get. They do not give you a pouch. Kind of disappointed there, but whatever. Don't need more boxes taking up space. So instead of a pouch, you get a mic cable. And honestly, if you're a kid working in a home studio and you're just starting out, you're gonna need mic cables. So that's kind of a wise trade-off in my opinion. I think that's a good idea. So, how does it sound? Can this be an actual viable alternative for recording metal guitars versus the classic SM57? Let's take a look. Let's see what happens. Hey guys, just gonna break in here for a sec before we get to the drum section. I actually shot that intro last May. As you can tell, there's been a few changes in the studio here, and that just goes to show how far backed up I am on a number of things here at Spectre Sound. Anyway, we had Jackson Ward in during the weekend, and I finally got a chance to shoot out the SM57 versus the MB75 on a snare drum, and gonna have that for you in just one sec. I just want to make a note that while we did shoot two camera angles showing the different mics, during the edit, I thought if we kept it with the one camera angle, you couldn't actually see what mic is what. It was a lot harder to determine which was what. So that goes to show that sometimes in YouTube shootouts, we tend to rely on the visual maybe a little bit more than we should. So I've labeled the mics A and B, and I'm going to post up the results, what they were, in a couple of days here on the show. So please come back for that. In the meantime, if you want to check out the TBone mics, you can follow the link in the description below. And before I roll this, I just want to give a great big shout out to Sabian to say thank you so much for supporting the show and providing us with some incredible cymbals. Anyway, here we go.